Welcome back, guys. All right, so I'm going to teach you guys standard form, like I mentioned last time. Let's leave that slope thing. Slope equals rise over run. It wasn't disturbing anything. Let's just leave it up there. All right, it's gonna be important anyways. So we have the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. All right, that's the slope-intercept form. Remember, I told you to see it again. That's the slope-intercept form. An example. Let's write examples over here. Example. All right, and we're gonna say y equals 2 over 3x plus 4. All right, y equals 2 over 3x plus 4. That's an example. All right. Next form of a line. These are all lines. If it has two variables, then it can be a line equation. All right. The next form of a line is standard form. This is called, so this is slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. All right. Next we have standard. Standard form for a line. In this case, it's going to be some random number times x plus another number b times y equals another number. That is the standard form of a line. So an example of this is, which we will explore some more, is, let's say, 2x plus 3y equals 100. For instance, 2x plus 3y equals 100. That is a line in standard form. So let's put a line over here. All right, that is a line in standard form. All right, so what can we do there? Why is that important? That's usually how you're going to see a line. You're going to see it like that. All right. I'm going to teach you how to deal with these lines in many different ways. All right. The first way is I'm going to leave that line there, leave that equation there, because we're going to work with that. All right. The first way is if you've mastered the slope-intercept form, what you can do with this line, change it into slope-intercept form. All right, so that's what I'm going to teach you how to do first. First, we're going to teach you how to change that slope-intercept form, because that won't fail you. As long as you know how to graph in slope-intercept form, you can convert this into slope-intercept form. Boom, you can graph this line. There's another way you can graph this line. I'll teach you that after. All right, first we're going to do some algebra. All right, we're going to convert this into slope-intercept form. So, to convert this into a slope-intercept form, we have to solve for the variable, and in this case, we're solving for this y variable. We want to solve for this y variable. So first, before we can even touch this y variable, we have to get rid of the terms that are not part of that term. In this case, this 2x is not part of the term that contains a y, right? The 3y is a term that contains a y. 2x is separate from that. So we have to get rid of the 2x. In this case, since we're getting rid of the whole 2x, we're going to subtract it. We're subtracting 2x. Because the 2x is positive, so we subtract 2x. 2x minus 2x, 0. Boom, it's 0, so it's gone. It's gone. So now, since we did it on one side of the equation, we also have to do it to the other side. So we have to minus 2x over here. There's nothing to subtract from it. So what we're left with is, over on this side, we are left with the 3y. We didn't do anything to that. Equals, the 100 is still here, because we can't subtract directly from the 100. It's still there. And the minus 2x is also still there. Minus 2x. So essentially what we have is 3y equals 100 minus 2x. Awesome. Next, we still have to try and isolate the 3. But now we have this number 3 right next to it. So in this case, these two are being multiplied together. And since they're being multiplied together, the 3 times y, in order to get rid of it, we have to do the opposite. We have to divide by 3. We have to divide by 3 to get rid of that 3. And if we divide by 3 on one side, we have to divide by 3 on the other side. Boom, boom. All right, 3 over 3, that equals 1. Equals 1. And in this case, it'll be just y by itself. 1y, it can be written 1y or just y by itself. Remember from my last video and from my previous videos, you don't need that 1. All right. Y equals, in this case, 100 over 3 minus 2x minus 2 over 3 times x. All of this, it's equal. It's the same equation. So this is just finding the equation in slope-intercept form. I'm going to change this 100 actually. I don't like the 100. It's not divisible by 3. I want it to be divisible by 3. So let's change it to the number 33. All right, we're going to change it to 33. 33. All right, we're going to change it 33 and 33. All right, so now we can simplify that equation. All right, and I'm coming up with these in my head, so I make mistakes when I'm coming up with the random equations just on the spot. So in this case, we can simplify 33 over 3. Y equals, what's 33 divided by 3? You need to know those times tables, and you need to know the division. 33 divided by 3, that's equal to 11. Minus 2 over 3 times x. Boom. There is our slope-intercept form of that equation. Remember the equation was 2x plus 3y, which we changed to equaling 33. This is the equation, and we can graph it now because we have its slope-intercept form. All right, so now we have a slope-intercept form. Let's graph this sucker. Y equals 11 minus 2 over 3x. All right. In case you can't see it, I'm going to write it over here. Y equals 11 minus 2 over 3x. All right. So which term has the x with it? Yeah, the 2 over 3. The negative 2 over 3 has the x with it, which means the 11 is the slope. So we have to go up 11. So we have to go up 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count by 2s. I'm going to count by 2. So I'm going to say that this is 2. That'll be 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 11 is going to be over here. That's where the line is going to cross the y-axis. I didn't want to write 11 lines, so I counted by 2. So y is going to, so that's going to be 11. That's going to be a y-intercept. That's going to be at point 11 on the y-intercept on the y-axis. And then we have negative 2 over 3 as a slope. So from here we have to go down 2, 1, 2, and then over 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 right here. Connect the dots. Boom. That's your line. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's just this one. It takes a longer time because you are only graphing in slope-intercept form. You have to do the algebra first, then you can finally graph the line. It takes a little bit more time. Next, I'm going to show you an easier way, a faster way to graph in standard form. All right. We'll show you an easier way. We're going to keep the same equation, and we're going to graph the same equation, but using a different method. We're not going to change it into slope-intercept form anymore. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to graph it in a different way. All right. So for this, we're going to need an x and y table. Remember last time I told you not to really worry about the x and y table? This one, x and y table is going to make it so much easier. All right. In this case, to graph this line, we make x 0, then we make y equals to 0. All right. If we make x equals to 0, so then 0 times 2 equals. So what we're doing here is we're doing. Let's write it over here. We're doing 2x plus 3y equals 33. We're gonna change x into 0. So then we're gonna have 2 times 0, 0, plus 3 times y equals 33. All right? Then we have 2 times 0 plus 3 times y. Okay. 2 times 0 is equal to 0. So essentially, there's nothing there. So it cancels out. So now we have 3y equals 33. Remember, divide by 3, divide by 3, y is equal to 11. Cool. We got y is equal to 11. Cool. And then next we have the y. Y is equal to 0. So the y is equal to 0. Let's do that one over here. 2x plus 3, and then we're going to plug in the 0 for y, equals 33. 3 times 0, it's 0, right? So it's going to be 2x equals 33, right? Cool. All right, now we divide by 2. Divide by 2. Then x equals, so this cancels, turns into 1x, or just x, equals 33 over 2, which is 33 divided by half, 33 and a half. So 33 and a half, how to do this in your head? You figure out what's 1 less than 33, it'll be 32. What's half of 32? 16. So it's gonna be like 16.5, or, yeah, that's fair. 16.5, 16.5. X equals 16.5. All right. So we have y equals 11, x equals 16.5, which is 33 over 2. Subtract 1, it'll be 32, and then divide by 2, and then add a 0.5, you get 16.5. If not, you can plug it in the calculator. I can't do that because I'm filming on my phone, but plug it in the calculator, you can get 16.5. Trust me. All right. So now we have these 2 points, x and y, and we have 0, so it'll be 16.5. All right. 16.5 and 0. So now we have two coordinates. We have two coordinate pairs. We have one is going to be 0, 11. Then we have 16.5, 0. These are the two coordinates. Now we can graph those 2 points, right? Remember, the y-intercept, it's 11, which is good. So that's what we're going to do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 11 is going to be right there. Boom, put a point. That's your first coordinate. Same coordinate, we're looking good here. So the next one is going to be 16.5. So we have to graph this line bunch of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. All right, 16, 18, 16, 16.5 is going to be like right there. Plot the points, boom, boom. There we go. If you remember, boom, that's your line. You can look back on the video and see if the lines look the same, but they should look the same. All right. So yeah, I have confirmed they do look the same. It's the same line. So boom, you can graph it both ways. All right. So now we're gonna graph another one, but this one we're gonna graph faster. You have to remember, I'm going to, instead of writing it down, I'm going to talk about the multiplication. All right. Cool. We're gonna keep this graph up here. All right. Next, we're gonna graph. Let's say 3x plus 5x equals 15. That seems like a good number. All right, 3x plus 5x equals 15. We're gonna graph this. It'll be really quick. All right, trust me. So now x and y, you have to remember how to solve for x and solve for y, essentially. That's all you need to do. But it's really easy. If we make one of them 0, all we have to do is divide. Anyways, so we got to make x 0 and y 0. If we make x 0, that term cancels out. So then we're left with 5x equals 15. 5x equals 15, what's 15? So in this case, we divide by 5 here, divide by 5 here. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Next we have y is equal to 0. All right, sorry, plus 5, not 5x, that would be 5y. Apologize, 5y. All right, so next we have y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0, cancels that term. So then we're just left with 3x equals 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. If you want to make sure I understand what I'm doing, again, look back at my previous example, what I did. Essentially, just to show you, just because I'm nice, and I want to make sure that you guys know it, is 3x, 3 times 0, in this case, we're going to do this guy. 3 times 0 plus 5 times y equals 15. So then 3 times 0 is going to be 0, right? So it cancels out. 0, there's just nothing there. So then we have 5y equals 15. And we divide by 5, divide by 5. So then x equals 15 over 5, that equals 3. Oh, sorry, we were solving this guy. Either way, same thing. It's really easy to do that math in your head, all right? Because you do the mental math, if you struggle with multiplication, learn those times tables. Learn how to multiply, because it'll make algebra, math so much easier. All right, cool. So now we have 2 points. Now let's graph those 2 points. So we got 0 and 3. 0, 3. 0 of the x and 3 on the y. 1, 2, 3, right there. 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we have 5 as x and 0 as y. So we don't go up or down, but we go left and right. We go right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, right there. So that is how, that was a terrible line. Terrible line. All right. It's okay. I'm a mathematician, not a scientist, or not a artist rather. I'm a scientist, mathematician, not an artist. So my art skills are lacking. Either way, that's the line. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can graph it really quick. All right. So that's standard form. That's what I really want you to know. We've done everything. We converted from standard form to slope-intercept form as a review. Converted standard form to slope-intercept form, and now we graph that line. Then we graph that line again using just an x and y table. We're making x is 0 and y is 0. And then we solved it from there. And then we saw, if you look back at the video, essentially you're gonna see a line that goes from like 11 to 16.5, I think it was. It goes like that. And then the other line I drew, which was the slope-intercept form, same line. So you're gonna see that they are indeed equal to each other. And if not, if you really want to confirm it yourself, graph both of the lines, both equations I have in the video, put them on Desmos, which is a software application online. It's a free calculator. Put them on Desmos. You can see both lines right next to each other. Essentially, they'll be on top of each other. It's going to be the same line. All right. So that's how you do it. Good luck. Next video, we're going to look at point slope form. All right. Have a good one, guys.